Right, so use the diagram on the right to calculate the value of x. Give your answer in Cert form. Part 1. Okay, this is about as straightforward as they can get in Junior Cert higher level. Okay, so when I look at this, I see a side, a side, a side. So no angle. So this can only be a Pythagoras' theorem. So c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Page 16 of the log tables down the very bottom. So c squared, my hypotenuse always has to go out here. So let's label these. There's my hypotenuse. It doesn't matter then which is the opposite and adjacent. I can't label these as opposite or adjacent because they didn't give me any angle here to label them opposite and adjacent with respect to. So I can only label him as hypotenuse because hypotenuse is always across from the right side. But that's okay because that's all I need to know, because it doesn't matter which of the rest is A and B when it's okay, so give your answer in Cert form means leave it as square root. Don't convert that to decimal. So don't do S to D on that one. Okay, so if you're doing it yourself in parts, you'll get root 18. That's perfectly fine. A simplified version of root 18 is 3 root 2. So if you put it all into your calculator in one go, you would get 3 root 2. Okay, so that's part 1 done. Okay, part 2 then. Use the diagram below to find the value of y. Give your answer in Cert form. So again, I see a side, a side, a side. Pythagoras' theorem again. I have no angle, so can't be sine, cos, or tan. C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Okay, which is my hypotenuse? One across from my right angle. Why do I care? Because your hypotenuse always has to be out here on its own. It always has to be the C. So in this case, it's 3 squared that's equal to, and it doesn't matter which one is here, 1 squared plus y squared. 3 squared is 9, 1 squared is 1, y squared is y squared. Minus 1 from both sides, so that I get 8 is equal to y squared. Where did I get the square root from up here? Well, I got the square root of both sides. Why? Because I wanted to solve it for y, not y squared, and I know that square and square root cancel. So I'm getting an y being equal to root 8. And if you put root 8 into your calculator, that simplifies to 2 root 2. Okay, so that's that second part done. Then the last part says a rectangle with sides of length x and y is drawn using the values of x and y from parts 1 and 2 below. So this was the kicker. This was the hard part of this question. You're drawing a rectangle with x and y here. You had to read this carefully to know that the values of an x and y were your answers to part 1 and 2. Write the perimeter in the form a root 2. Okay. So my x is here, 3 root 2. So he's 3 root 2, which means it's a rectangle. So that side down the bottom is 3 root 2. Okay, my y then is 2 root 2. So this side is 2 root 2, this side is 2 root 2. Okay, perimeter means pick a starting position and I say walk the walk. So walk, that's 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2 right until you get back to the position again. Okay, so the perimeter is equal to 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2. Okay, when you're adding these up, it's just a case of how many root 2s you have. You can, of course, put it into the calculator, but how many root 2s do you have? So I have 2 of them plus 3 of them is 5, and 2 more, 6, 7, and 3 more, 10. So 10 root 2. Okay, and if that's difficult for you, think about this. If I had written it as 2x plus 3x plus 2x plus 3x, wouldn't you have added up all the x's and just got 10x? Okay, so that's kind of all I've done mathematically in this, except my x in this case is root 2's. So 10 root 2 is the answer to the perimeter. And that's that question done.